Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, today we will learn about the tutorials to do science questions as the preparation for final examination, especially for 7th grade. Start from question 1. Look at the following graph. This is the graph of velocity with the times. The movement of a car is shown by the above graph. Determine A. Distance of car from time 0 second until time 16 second. B. Displacement of car from time 4 second until time 14 second. Before we start to answer the question, we should compare the difference between distance and displacement. Distance is the total movement of an object without any regard to direction. This is a scalar quantity because it doesn't have direction, only magnitude. For example, there's a boy who wants to move from point A to point B with a distance of 4 meters, and then from point B to point C with the distance of 3 meters, and from point C to point A with the distance of 5 meters. If we should count the distance, so we just add all of the distance from point A to point B to point C until point C to point A again. So the distance equals with 4 meters plus 3 meters plus 5 meters equals with 12 meters. And displacement is defined as the change in position of an object. It is a vector quantity and has a direction and magnitude. This is the same example. There's a boy who wants to move from point A to point B with a distance of 4 meters, and from point B to point C with the distance of 3 meters, and from point C to point A with the distance of 5 meters. The displacement from point A to point A again is 0 meters, because actually the boy here doesn't do any displacement. The displacement from point A to C equals with 5 meters. So you just count the long or the long of point A to point C, that is 5 meters. Not adding the 4 meters with 3 meters become 7 meters, so that is false. The true displacement from point A to C only 5 meters. The answer of the question number 1. This is the graph. From 0 second to 16 second, it will form two shapes. So you should count the area of shape 1 and shape 2. This is the shape 1. Area is trapezoid. So the area 1, write the formula of trapezoid. A plus B over 2 times with the height. A is 6 and then B is 12 over 2 times with 6 as the height. And then 18 over 2 times with 6. So 9 times 6. The result is 54 meters. And then area 2 or shape 2, it is also trapezoid. So write the same formula. A plus B over 2 times height equals with 2 plus 4 over 2 times 6. equals with 6 over 2 times 6. 6 over 2 is 3 times 6 equals with 18 meters. So the distance is A1 plus A2 equals 54 meters plus 18 meters equals with 72 meters. Answer of the question number 1. This is the point B, because there are two questions. From 4 seconds to 14 seconds, it will form two shapes. So you should count the area of shape 1 and shape 2. Okay, area 1 is trapezoid. So area 1 equals A plus B over 2 times height. A is 6 plus 8 over 2 times 6 equals 14 over 2 times 6 equals 7 times 6, it is 42 meters. And then area 2, it is triangle. So the formula of triangle is A times height equals with 2. 2 times 6 over 2. So 12 over 2 is 6 meters. So the distance or the displacement, it is A1 minus, that is not plus but minus 1. A minus with A1 minus with A2 equals with 42 meters minus 6 meters. Okay, the result of the displacement is 36 meters. This is the question 2. 4 students named Julie, Poppy, Parmin, and Anna investigates, is that true that plants need light to survive? Every student planted plants in the different conditions that showed by the picture below. Start from Julie. There are 6 plants. All of the plants put in the dark place along the day. That is the experiment of Julie. And then Poppy. All of the plants is put in the normal light in the day. And Parmin, he divided the 6 plants become 2 groups. The first is 3 plants put in the dark place along the day, and 3 other plants put in the normal light place in the noon. And then Anang, he also divided 6 plants become 2 groups. The 3 plants put in the normal light place in the noon, and then 3 other plants put in the artificial light place. Okay. Based on the picture above, conclude which one is the correct control variable and manipulation variable of experiment. Okay, remember that manipulation variable is treatment in an experiment that we make different. Okay, so the keyword is different. Control variable, treatment in an experiment that we make same. Okay, so the keyword is same. And the last, response variable, something that measured or observed by us and as the result of experiment. Okay. Before you conclude something, you should analyze the data first. Look at the Julie's experiment. Julie's experiment is wrong because she didn't divide the plants become two groups with different treatment. So they are not variable control and variable response. Poppy experiment. Poppy's experiment is also wrong because she didn't divide the plants become two groups with different treatments also. So they are not variable control and variable manipulation. Parmin's experiment. Parmin's experiment is true because he divided the plants into two groups with different treatment. One group in the dark place and the other group in the normal light place. So the variable control is the number of the plants and the variable manipulation is different light intensity. And the last Anang. Anang's experiment is wrong, especially in the variable manipulation, because in the plants, in both of groups put in the same condition, but their variable control is true, they divide, become two groups. So, the correct variable manipulation and variable response is Parmin's experiment. Question 3. Angel wants to do an experiment of Shock's experiment to prove is that true that photosynthesis can produce starch. Help Angel to make the experiment design. I want to remind you again about experimental design. It consists of problem formulation. You should write the problem that you want to solve in interrogative sentence. Then purpose. Write the purpose of the experiment. And third is hypothesize. Temporary assumption of the result of experiment. And then variables. There are three kinds of variables: manipulation, control, and response. And then tools and materials. And the last is steps. Shock's experiment. This is the Shock's experiment that I have explained to you. First, problem formulation. Is that photosynthesis can produce starch? And then the purpose. To prove that photosynthesis can produce starch. And the hypothesis. Photosynthesis can produce starch. And then the variable. First, the variable control are types of leaf, alcohol, hot water, and Lugol. And then the variable manipulation, half part of leaf covered by black pepper or aluminium, and the other part is not covered by the black pepper or aluminium foil. And the last variable response, the color of leaf after poured with Lugol or the presence of Lugol. And then the tools and materials. First, the tools are beaker glass, burner, pipette, and then the materials are water, leaf, alcohol, Lugol, and aluminium foil. Next is the steps. First steps, take a leaf and then cover the middle part with aluminium foil. The second, put the leaf into the hot water. Third, put the leaf into the alcohol. Fourth, take the leaf and open the aluminium foil. Fifth, pour the covered part leaf and uncovered part of leaf with alcohol. And sixth, look at the change of color of leaf. Question 4. Amrit investigates the enzyme amylase. She already knows these facts. The first facts: the amylase enzymes breaks down starch in the mouth. The pH in the mouth is 7. Iodine solution is very dark blue when there is starch. Iodine solution is yellow when there is no starch. She uses this apparatus. There are 5 liquids with different characteristics. First is acid with pH 3, and then the second also acid with pH 5. The third is water with pH 7, and then alkali with pH 9, and the last also alkali with pH 11. And then this is the other apparatus: starch solution, amylase solution, stopwatch, measuring cylinder, and iodine. Amrit writes her results in a table. This is the result. In the pH of 3 solution, the result stays dark blue, and pH 5, the change from dark blue to yellow very slowly. The pH 7, the change from dark blue to yellow very quickly. In the pH of 9, change from dark blue to yellow very slowly. And in the pH of 11, the result stays dark blue. The question: make a conclusion based on the result in the table. Solution for number 4. This is the result. You should write conclusion. So the conclusion are: amylase enzyme works best at pH 7 because in the pH 7 the change from dark blue to yellow very quickly. And it doesn't work at pH 3 and pH 11 because in the pH 3 and pH 11 it stays dark blue. Work slowly at pH 5 or pH 9 because at pH 5 or pH 9 the change from dark blue to yellow very slowly. So amylase enzymes is best work when it is neutral. Work slowly when acidic and alkaline. Question 5. There are 3 types of gold that sold in store. Johnny wants to buy one type of gold for his mother. This gold has same mass 1.47 kilogram. Johnny wants to buy pure gold. He tried to weigh the gold in water. Gold A has weight 13.7 Newton. Gold B has weight 12.7 Newton. Gold C has weight 11.7 Newton. To get pure gold, which type of gold he should buy? Remember, the pure gold has density 7,350 kg per meter cubic. To answer the question, we will use the formula of Archimedes' law. One of the formula is weight over weight minus weight accent equals with raw object over raw water, with W is weight in the air. Okay, in this case, it is the weight of gold in the air, or the initial weight of gold. And then W accent equals with weight in the water. So it is the weight of the gold when it put inside of the water. And then this is the W accent. and rho is the density, both of object and water. As you remember, the density of water is 1000 kg per meter cubic. The weight in the water, of course, will be lighter than the weight in the air. Okay, the solution for number 5. First, write the given. So we know that the mass of the gold is 1.47 kg. So we should convert it to the weight with times it with 10. So the weight equals with 14.7 Newton. And then the weight of gold type A is 13.7 Newton. The weight of gold B is 12.7 Newton. The weight of gold C is 11.7 Newton. And the density is 7,350 kg per meter cubic. And the asked, conclude which one is the pure gold. So you should count the density of every type of gold. If it's same with the density of pure gold, that is the answer. Okay, start from type A. Write first the formula. W over W minus W accent equals with rho object over rho water. Okay, the weight in the air is 40.7 over 40.7 minus 13.7 is the weight of type A, equals with rho object that he asked, and over with 1000 the density of water. So 14.7 over 1 equals with rho object over 1000. You should to cross times. So rho object equals with 14.7 times with 1000. So rho object equals with 14,700 kg per meter cubic. Next, type B. This is the same formula. W over W minus W accent equals with density object equals with over density water. 14.7 over 14.7 minus 12.7 equals with rho object over 1000. So 14.7 over 2 equals with rho object over 1000. So the density of object equals with 7.35 times 1000, and the rho object of type B gold equals 7,350 kg per meter cubic. And the last, type C. This is the same formula, and then the weight in the air, same, 14.7 over 14.7 minus 11.7 equals with rho object over 1000. So 14.7 over 3 equals with rho object over 1000. And rho object equals with 4.9 times 1000. The result of the rho object of type C gold is 4,900 kg per meter cubic. So based on the result, or if the density of pure gold is 7,350 kg per meter cubic, so Johnny must choose gold type B because that is the pure gold. Okay, and then this is the last. You should try to do it. The first question, look at the graph. This is the graph of velocity with time. The movement of a car is shown by the above graph. Compare the result of A. Distance of car from times of 0 second until times of 10 second. And then B, displacement of car from 2 seconds until 10 seconds. And then the question number 2, Tringga investigates how plants take up water. Here is the equipment he uses. Okay, this is the equipment. Write the experimental design of the experiment above. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope this information is useful for you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.